Hello people, it's Saturday morning and I've been doing a load of research and looking at charts as I do all the time, and I've been doing a little bit of stock watching. I'd love to get into stocks and use my method on that as well, and as such I've been trying to find good people that trade them on Twitter. And as always, when you're trolling around the internet, you tend to find stuff that piques your interest and you go off at a tangent. So much like some of my videos. Apologise for that. Anyway, if you persevere, I'm sure you might find something of value. So like I did this morning. So I'm looking at this particular YouTube channel here. The guy's got about just under 3,000 followers on YouTube, and about 15 and a bit or 16,000 followers on Twitter. And he's talking about, I can't really, well I can try and play it actually, we'll see whether it plays. He's talking about what the euro will do and the Aussie dollar will do, and at the moment he's talking about the Aussie dollar coming all the way down here, and he's got all these different indicators. Oddly enough, he's actually got the the 8 EMA on here, and I think I think it's something like the 20, and he uses the crossover. I mean, that is pretty old-fashioned, in my opinion, way of looking at the charts. So see if you can hear him. And you can't.
Alright.
Oh, yes, you can.
Now let's look at our 821, which often is really all we need to make an educated guess. We had a small down move here back around May 12th. A little bit of push, back down, so we formed a box. We broke out of that box, right here.
He was talking about the big boxes you could see on the chart.
Draw a line there.
Anyway, long story short, he is...
I don't know how to draw a line on this fucking thing. Hold on.
He is quite comical. I've only listened to about 2 minutes of his stuff. But
maybe the line's black. I don't know. I can't see.
Interesting.
But anyway, you get what I'm saying. We broke out. We took off. Let's look at the length of the 821, where the 8 was above the 21. It started here, ran up. We pulled back to the 21. We pulled back to the 8 twice and into the channel. But it was a strong move. We pulled back to the 21 finally. That's inevitable.
So, I'm going to pause this now.
We fell. The 8 almost...
He actually says that he thinks this is going to pull back to the big box that you had to start there. So, let's have a look at actually what happens and how we could simplify all this stuff. So that was where his charts were at that time. Let's double check that again. Apologies, I'm trying to get my spot. Ah, yeah. So basically, we're at the bottom of this this area here, which corresponds to his area there. No, his area there. Apologies. I'm looking as nuts as he is now. So he's talking about this going down, and we're here. And how could you simplify that? Right, well, you just use the higher time frames and draw a few levels on there. Simple as that. So let's start on the weekly. So he's talking about price going down into all of this support. So we could just put a low on the previous week and a low on the week before that, and then we can put a resistance level on there, and where are we when he's talking about this crashing down? We have just closed above through that support there, so old support has not held as resistance. It's broken and closed through it. We get the pullback. What do we expect after a pullback? A continuation. You may well say this is Harry hindsight glasses if you're watching this after, as a newbie to my stuff, but I talk about this all the time. Plus, we've got the RSI histo alert. It's telling us longs are, well, here's our bust up, pullback, and bearing in mind this is not on the charts at the moment. We are on that red bar there. Daily, what's that telling us? Right, low, high, higher, low, higher, high, pullback continuation. We are in a massive uptrend, yet he's calling shorts here. So let's draw some lines on the daily. We're here, remember, we've broken all this stuff here. We've got resistances potentially holding as supports. We've broken, and I'm talking about all these have been broken by this. We are above another resistance, a significant level, with our breakout before his suggestion that we may well pull back. And all I've got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines on my charts, and it's telling me if I'm going down, I've got to bust through all these levels. Histo alert has just broken the 20 level, and we are just in a small pullback. H4. Let's do the recent dailies as well. Recent dailies, we've got a confirmation to the long side has happened here by the looks of it. We can't treat that as our penultimate because we've got a high right ahead of us, so we need to see whether we've broken that high there. I'm talking about that red candle there. So the high is 65362. The close of that green candle is 65366. So that was a confirmation long. High, low, lower high, lower low, and that's the ultimate. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high. Close and break. We've broken into a ton of resistance, but what happens the following day? We actually close above all that resistance. Then we've got a pullback going on. All this is a pullback against massive bullishness. Yet he's calling short, and all we need is about 7 or 8 lines on here now. Then we draw our reversal level. The exact same pattern I use all the time. And if it closes below that, then we could well have done what I would call a confirmed reversal. We didn't. The support levels held. We could even draw that daily support there. We had a break by the looks of it. We had a gap down there on that day. Now we've got all our lines on that are pretty much relevant to where we're going price wise. This one we don't need on because it's been closed above. Then we need to just look at the H4. Remember, this is one chart pattern you're using across every time frame, guys. So the H4 we know has confirmed down. This is again before he's suggesting it's going to keep on going down. And nothing against that guy. What I'm trying to do is highlight the fact that it can be simplified by something that looks incredibly difficult because it's not traditional. This low I've just drawn on here is the reversal for these two candlesticks, and we close below it, so we need to reverse back up against it on the H4. It's getting tricky to see the levels now, I admit, but you get my point. Anyway, we seem to have broken either here without taking too long studying this, or here. Let's just say we broke up here. Now, I mean, his 8 and 21 would be all, you know, up and everything, and potentially he'd be wondering what the hell to do then with his other things, Bollingers or whatever he's using. Can't remember exactly what he's using, but you know, we know what we should be doing here. We've got the bust, we've got the pullback, we've got the break and close, even above the 20, screaming long. And look how much drawdown we had. Next to nothing if we'd have entered there. That was the trigger bar. Break above the 20, it's 21.1253. And this was the entry. We've used one simple chart pattern to do what he's done with all those swings and all that malarkey. Okay? So, no disrespect to that particular trader, but hopefully I've shown you the simplicity of understanding one simple chart pattern. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Keep singing the song until the low is broken. Like that. In fact, that level there, sorry, I don't know where that came from, is 66377. The green I'm talking about. This one I can't really get, I can get the data for the red one. Close 66385, so it didn't confirm there. Let's see whether the open gap down. 66385, no it didn't. So that didn't confirm until this candle here. Then a small pullback and a continuation. Remember, we're on an H4 chart, so you would be using your lower time frames to watch that reverse and continue. I'm not going to make this video any longer because it probably won't save, and then I'll have wasted the last 10 or 15 minutes. So thanks for watching. Again, I'm not knocking that trader. I'm just saying how much more simple, or how much simpler it could be made. Oh, he was looking at EU as well, and he said that was going to crash. Let's just quickly have a look at EU for the same time. Actually, no, yeah, you know, EU, it will be here. This is where he was looking at, so he's suggested EU was going to crash at that point as well. Not crash, but just go down. And there's your EU, almost identical. Pretty much a no-brainer, because obviously dollar strength, dollar weakness would have caused this push to the long side. Okay, so there you are. My stuff looks complicated because of all the lines, but in fact it's just the same pattern on every chart time frame, and once you learn one pattern on every time frame, you're laughing. Doesn't have to be my pattern, just choose a pattern that you like. Thanks for watching, have a great weekend.